Well, hello, and welcome everyone. This is Victor Wagon 360. Today we're gonna talk about making sound play over frames. So this is a new app, new application. If you're wondering how I did the grid, this is the button. And yeah, let's just create a new object, new active object. It will be showing us basically how to get to the different frames. So let's just select a box and yeah, basically color it in so that it looks like a square button or something. Yeah, let's choose red. Yeah, okay. And now we're gonna clone it so that we're gonna have 3 frames and we can switch between them. We will clone it 3 times, not in rows but in columns, because we need it side by side, and just move it around so that we can distinguish where each button is. So yeah, now what we're going to do is just clone the frame twice, so it will have 3 frames in total. And yeah, there we go. Just rename frame to frame 2 and this one to frame 3. Okay. And now what we're going to do is basically oh, didn't want to do that, my bad. Cancel. No, I mean yeah, whatever. So yeah, let's create an active in each frame to show which one which number this frame is. So we select the drawing tool and just draw the rough number. Basically this is the first frame, number 1 here, just so that we can see which frame we are actually on. So another active, resize, double click, number 2, just rough idea, just to be able to tell. Another active on frame 3, resize again, double click, thank you, number 3, okay, saves it. And now we're just gonna add the events that will basically make the logic of clicking on each of the objects. So let's go to mouse and keyboard. If we click on the object with left mouse button, yep, and choose the first one, first active, and that is for this one, copy it and another one, and change the actives to respective ones. So this is going to be active 2, yep, active 3, I think, yep, that's the one. And now what we're going to do is just change the frames for each one of those. So for first active is going to be frame 1, for second one frame 2 and 3. Okay, so now we have all of these in order. We select with shift all the events, copy them, Ctrl C, go to the first frame event editor, Ctrl V to paste them, to the same with the second frame, and test it. Yeah, so this is what we have. They change frames successfully as we click on different actives. So now if we go back to the frame, actually no, if we go to the first frame and go to event editor, yeah, and now we have to actually include the sound when the frame starts. So we go to the chessboard, start of frame, and then we go to sound column, right click, samples, play sample, and basically we go to the file selection, the second option. That's not the one I actually wanted to have a look at. Let's go to disk E, that's where my actual music is, surprisingly. And yeah, let's just choose Freaky Rocky. Yeah, so Now that we have our event, we should copy it and paste it to each other frame at the end of the events. So we go to event editor, choose last event, Ctrl V, and now let's test it and run it with switching frames. So it plays okay at the moment, and let's switch. You can see it starts playing again. Let's switch to frame 3. See? It starts playing once again, from the beginning, so it doesn't continue on. So how do we fix this? Well, to start with, we need to actually delete that like event. What am I? No. Wait, I meant the event as in number 4. Yeah, the whole fourth event. And let's do the same for number 3. So we keep it only on the first frame, and we choose the option in the application option runtime, so that all sounds are played over the frames. So now we should think like, well, okay, so we've selected this option, it should start playing at the first frame. Let's check it out. Start from frame 1, plays alright, plays on frame 3, on frame 2, but now we're gonna go back to frame 1, listen. As you can hear, it starts playing again when we get back to frame 1, overlapping over the old one. So what we need to do for that is basically set a variable. Hold on, if we go to event editor and we add a condition here with a variable that basically allows it to play sample only once if the variable is equal to certain value. So this is going to be a global variable and is going to be recognized by all frames. Let's select the first one, which is global val A, and if it's equal to 0, then it will start playing. Now let's just actually create this variable and rename it to something meaningful. I'm gonna call it in Russian if the game has started. Wrong one. Yeah, if the game started, basically. And so now it checks at the beginning of the frame and if this value is equal to this. Now once it's started playing, we need to change the value, so let's add an extra action here that changes the global value to 1. So this is our renamed value, we change it to 1. So now every time we return to frame 1, it should be not starting over because the value has changed to 1, and it only should start new music if it's 0. So let's try it. 2. As you can see, it's not overlapping. We change to 1 again. Nope. It only plays once and it plays over the frames perfectly. So this is your solution. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful, and I'll see you later. Victor's Wagon 360 out.